It's all or nothing by the Small Faces.
Hi guys, it's Paul from Crowborough Guitar Tuition and welcome back to another video lesson. Probably the first one in a little while after a break over the summer, and if you've been kind of expecting videos weekly, you should still get a video every week, but it might not always be a guitar lesson. Sometimes it's a reaction, so it just depends on time and stuff, what I'm doing with work and things like that and life. This one today, The Small Faces, All or Nothing. Actually, it's not really a song I particularly know that well, but it was requested by someone I know, so this is for you, Gav. So we'll crack on. It's actually not a lot to it. It's pretty simple, but there are a few little bits that could trip us up. I swear I say that in every video though. So what you basically need to start off is a D chord. So we need an open D. And we're just kind of moving between what is an open D chord and a D sus4. So we're going to be using our fourth finger, also at the 3rd fret on the E string there. So we've got that 4th finger coming down there. And all we're doing is we're going to arpeggiate across that D. And then we're going to hit that top note on the D, on the E string there. And we're going to hammer on our 4th finger. Okay, so if you're not used to hammer-ons, you might find that a little tricky, particularly that 4th finger, but you'll be able to do it. And once you've hammered on, you've probably heard there, you come back off to that 2nd fret, back to that D, part of that D chord. And then the second time round, it's just a little hammer on pull off. Okay. So putting those two together. So you can see you do that little hammer on pull off. There we go. And then you just go back down the D chord. So you want to find what picking is most comfortable for you there. It might be that you would like to alternate pick. Or you might find that you like to do a series of downs and then an up or whatever. I'd advise against just doing downs. You'll probably find that tricky. But that's the little intro section, and that repeats all through the song. So anytime you really hear that bit going on, that D chord, that's really what's happening there. So then in the verse, we go to an A chord, so just an open A. And again, we're just arpeggiating. So what we're doing there is we're going... So we're just missing out that root note the second time round. So we go... So 1, 2, 3, 4... So we don't hit that root note, so we're not going to do a... So we're just missing out that A second time round. And let those all ring out. And then we just go around it again, but all around the arpeggio. So you have... Okay, so it's quite a simple bit. We just, again, you want to think about your picking. You might want to alternate pick that. So we're not actually going up to that high E on that A string, on that A chord. We're just playing these middle 4 strings. And then you'll hear it goes back to the D. And so on. Now at the end of the verse, you've got this. Now you're already on that D because you've been doing the... You're going to stay on that D, and you're going to go D, A, G, so all open chords. It's quick. Now what I do, in terms of the strumming I use there, I do a down on the D, up for the A, and also an up for the G, just because of the timing there. You might hear as well, there's a kind of incidental down strum between the A and the G. Hear it there? I slowed it down. Where I'm kind of hitting the strings but muting them at the same time. Just gives you that kind of nice staccato-y feel. So again, once you land on that G, hold that G, keep playing through it, and you do G, D, A with the same pattern. I do a down, up, up. Then we're going to do A, G, D. Okay? To take you to the chorus. So coming out of the verse, you've got D, D, A, G, G, D, A, and then A, G, D. Then we're going to go to that bit there. So our chorus is really a D. We're going to go through that D chord. So what we're doing there is we're going through the D, then we jump into the A into a B7. Now you could do your B7 as an open chord. There, if you know your B7 open chord. But if you listen to the song, it's definitely a B7, not a B minor, because you can hear that 7th in there. But I think the voicing of it sounds better if you do the bar chord here. So what you want there, if you're not familiar with your B7 bar chord, is your first finger is going to bar across the 2nd fret. So start on the A string, so your first finger is at the 2nd fret on the A string, barring across those strings. So across the 5 there. You're going to take your 3rd finger and put it at the 4th fret on the D string. Then we're going to take our 4th finger and put it at the 4th fret on the B string. So you should have 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, which is being barred by that 1st finger, 4th fret on the B, by the 4th finger there, and then 2nd fret on the E, barred with your 1st finger. So can you hear how that sounds a little bit different to the B7 played open? So all the notes are the same, but the voicing is a little bit different. And I think the open one sounds a little bit odd in the context of the song if you're playing against the track. If you use the bar chord, I think that sounds a lot better. So you go D, and using that rhythm we've already done. So that down, up, up kind of feel. We've got D, A, B7. Then you've got again, the same rhythm, B7, A, G. So you just go through that B7, A, G, G to the end, and then you're back into that little riff on the D. Like that. So again, it's quite simple. Now the only other part of the song really is in one of the choruses. It kind of just does a bit of palm muting through the similar chords or the same chords, but just you don't need to play them fully. So we're going to palm mute. So we're going to use our hand here, put it down near the strings near the bridge, just above it. So you'll know if you're getting your palm muting right. If you're too far this way, you won't get the notes to sound. You'll get a fully muted. But if you move further towards the bridge, you can hear those notes coming through, but still get that muted effect. So you've got that D. So it's the same chords as you were doing in the chorus before. So what we're doing there is we're doing an open D string, and then our first finger is going to be the 2nd fret on the G string. I'm going to mute that. Then we've got a 1 on the open A. So an A kind of bar chord, just open A string, 2nd fret on the D. There's our A. And then up to the B. So we're going to 2nd fret with our 1st finger, 4th fret with our 3rd finger. got there is you're going B down to an A, and then to the G. Now you're just muting through to the end up to an A. So there you're just moving from the G up 1 and then up to the A. So up 2. Now what I would do for the G is I would do the full bar chord of a G major, because if you listen to the song, although they're palm muting really on those low strings, you do get the occasional. So you do get those stabs in there, so you can throw them in as you want. I mean, it's not a song where you need to be particularly accurate. And like I say, finish on that A, and then it will take you back into that chorus section. And that's really all the parts there are to this song. You've got that nice little open D bit at the beginning, mostly moving between an A and a D on the verse, and then you've got your kind of quick stabs that kind of move you between bars on these kind of down, up sections, which give a nice kind of offbeat feel. And then you've got a little palm muted bit at the end. And there's not a lot to it. Hopefully you can pick it up quite quickly. There should be some tab down below, which links to, I think, an Ultimate Guitar tab, which is pretty accurate and where I got a lot of this from. So if you've struggled with any of it, have a look at the tab and that will make it clear for you. But once again, thanks very much for watching, and let me know any other songs you'd like to do. Thanks very much. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for watching. For more guitar tips and video lessons, click on the subscribe button down below and let me know in the comments what songs or video lessons you'd like to see. If you want to keep up with some of our news, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter, or you can always check out our website, crowboroughguitartuition.com.